Honorable Minister of State for Youth and Affairs, Sports,
We also
Government
welcome
of India.
Shri Mansukh Mandaviya,
Shri
Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports,
Ministry
Government
of
of
External
India,
Affairs, Government of India, and Mr. Vishal Kumar Agarwala.
We extend
CII,
warm welcome to
Young
Srimati Raksha
Indians,
Khadse,
past
Honorable
National
Minister
Chair.
of State for Youth and Affairs,
आइए
Sports,
बहुत बहुत
Government
तालियों
of
के
India.
साथ
Shri
एक बार
Jaideep
फिर
Mazumdar,
मंच से
Secretary
विराजमान
East,
सभी
Ministry of
महानुभावों का
External
हम तालियों
Affairs,
के साथ
Government of
स्वागत
India,
करें. And Mr. Vishal Kumar Agarwala, CII, Young Indians, thank you, past National Chair. As we begin, आइए बहुत बहुत तालियों के साथ एक बार फिर मंच से विराजमान we
सभी
invite our
महानुभावों का हम
distinguished
तालियों के साथ
dignitaries to
स्वागत
kindly
करें.
come forward for the traditional lamp lighting ceremony. Thank you. As we begin, let us invoke the light of wisdom, peace and prosperity. We invite our distinguished dignitaries to kindly come forward for the traditional lamp lighting ceremony. The lamp symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the dawn of knowledge. The lamp symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the dawn of knowledge. This marks the beginning of the BIMSTEC 2025. Thank you. We now wish to welcome our esteemed dignitaries with the floral bouquet. Foremost,
marks
I
the
request
beginning
Dr. Mansukh
of the
Mandaviya ji,
BIMSTEC
Honorable Minister of Youth
2025.
Affairs and Sports,
Thank
to
you.
welcome Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat. We now wish to welcome our esteemed dignitaries with the floral bouquet. Foremost, I request Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, to welcome Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat. Thank you. I now request Shri Nitesh Kumar Mishra, Joint Secretary Youth Affairs, to welcome Honorable Minister Sir Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji. Thank you. I now request Shri Nitesh Kumar Mishra, Joint Secretary Youth Affairs,
I now
to
request
welcome
Dr.
Honorable
Sarah
Minister
Jayal
Sir
Sorkini,
Dr. Mansukh
Director
Mandaviya
Youth
ji. Affairs, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, to welcome Srimati Raksha Khadse, Honorable Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sports. Thank you. I now request Dr. Sarah Jayal Sorkini, Director Youth Affairs, Ministry of Youth Affairs
I now
and
request
Sports,
Mr.
to
Vishal
welcome
Kumar
Srimati
Agarwala,
Raksha Khadse,
CII, Young
Honorable
Indians,
Minister of
past
State
National
for Youth
Chair, to
Affairs,
welcome
and
Shri
Sports. Jaideep Mazumdar, Secretary East, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Thank you. I now request Mr. Vishal Kumar Agarwala, CII, Young Indians, past National Chair, to welcome Shri Jaideep Mazumdar.
I now
Secretary
request Shri
East,
Rajesh Kumar
Ministry of
Kanodia,
External
Under
Affairs,
Secretary, Youth
Government
Affairs,
of
India.
Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, to welcome Mr. Vishal Kumar Agarwala. Thank you. I now request Shri Rajesh Kumar Kanodia, Under Secretary Youth Affairs, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, to welcome Mr. Vishal Kumar Agarwala, past National Chair of CII Young Indians, to give us an insightful context of what lies ahead. Welcome, sir. Now, to set the tone for this significant summit, we invite Mr. Vishal Kumar Agarwala, past National Chair of CII Young Indians, to give us an insightful context of what lies ahead. Welcome,
Namaskar.
sir.
Honorable Chief Minister Sir, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji, Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji, Honorable Chief Minister Sir, Honorable Minister of State, Bhupendra Patel, Youth Affairs and Sports, Mrs. Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, respected Dr. Secretary Mansukh Mandaviya, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, Shri Honorable Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sports, Mrs. Respective Joint Secretary, Youth Affairs, Government of India, Secretary Mr. Nitish Kumar Mishra Ji, Affairs, Government of India, Shri respected dignitaries, esteemed delegates, young leaders of BIMSTEC nations, Youth Affairs, Government of India, volunteers. Nitish Kumar Mishra Ji, I stand before you today at a watershed moment in our region's history. Young leaders of BIMSTEC nations, in vibrant Gujarat, Yuva Bharat, as we inaugurate the first BIMSTEC I stand before you today at a watershed moment to realize the potential of 1.7 million dreams in vibrant Gujarat with a combined GDP of close to 5 trillion. The first BIMSTEC Youth Summit, I extend special gratitude brainstorming to the government of Gujarat potential for their support of 1.7 million dreams young Indians combined for their knowledge 5 trillion. The Ministry of External Affairs special gratitude and the Ministry of to the government of Gujarat, government of India, to CII young Indians bringing for their knowledge partnership. The Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Youth and Affairs, Government of India, for their vision in bringing us together. Bengal has long been more than just a body of water. It has been a cradle of civilization, a bridge between culture and a highway of commerce. Now, through this Youth Summit, we reimagine the ancient connections for the digital age. Today, as the Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports welcomes us at this Youth Summit, we are celebrating our shared past by crafting our collective future. I'd like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt thanks to our ministers and senior leaders. Your presence affirms the importance our nations place on youth leadership and regional cooperation. We have with us young voices from Nepal's mountains to Sri Lankan shores, from Thailand's bustling cities to Myanmar's cultural heartland, from Bhutan's Shirin Valley to Bangladesh's dynamic delta, and India's diverse landscape. Each of us represents not just our nation, but a shared vision of regional prosperity. Our agenda over the next 3 days reflect the challenges and opportunity of our times. We will explore how digital infrastructure can create inclusive economic growth. We will address cybersecurity in an age where data knows no borders. We will bridge the digital divide through AI and machine learning. But most importantly, we will forge lasting connection that transcend national boundaries. To our delegates, you are not here just to listen, but to lead. We will discuss digital transformation. It is your innovations that will shape our e-commerce platforms. When you explore culture connections, it is your understanding that will strengthen our people-to-people bond. When we talk about bridging the digital divide, it is your solution that will ensure no one is left behind. The BIMSTEC region stands at the threshold today. Our shared future will be determined not just by the trade agreements and diplomatic relations, but by the connection we forge here today. Each breakout sessions, each cultural exchange, each conversation in these halls carries the potential to spark initiatives that could reshape our region. As we commence the historic summit, I challenge each participant to think beyond traditional boundaries. Understand the cultural heritage and digital innovation. They are not opposing forces. We are not just talking about preservation. We are talking about possibilities. From Bangladesh's intricate Jamadini weavings to Bhutan's Joring Chusam, from India's diverse artisan tradition to Myanmar's renowned lacquerware, from Nepal's sacred Thangka art to Sri Lanka's masterful handcrafts, to Thailand's elegant silk weaving. Each represents not just cultural pride, but a great economic potential. Let's find a way to build bridges between our village artisans and to the global consumer together. Over the next 3 days, we'll engage in dialogues that span over shared cultural heritage and our digital future. But beyond the sessions and discussion, the summit represents something larger. The rise of BIMSTEC Youth as an architect for regional practices and regional prosperity. Let it mark the beginning of a new chapter in BIMSTEC's cooperation, one written by young hands, powered by digital innovation, and strengthened by cultural understandings. In closing, I remind you of our shared heritage and common destiny. The Bay of Bengal has always connected us. Now it's time for our youth to strengthen this bond for the digital age. Thank you, and may this summit light the path to a more integrated, innovative, and inclusive BIMSTEC region. Together, we can, we will. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful introduction to the vision and objectives of BIMSTEC Youth Summit. It is now our privilege to invite Shri Jaideep Mazumdar, Secretary East, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, for his opening remarks. We welcome you, sir.
Namaskar. Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Patelji, Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, Honorable MOS, Srimati Raksha Khatse, Shri Vishal Kumar Agarwal, CII Young Indians, past National Chair, and especially all our young friends present today. This summit is the result of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi's announcement to organize a BIMSTEC Youth Summit with the aim to bring the youth of BIMSTEC nations on a common platform for sharing experiences on youth initiatives. The Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, or BIMSTEC, has been in existence for 28 years now. And yet, this is the first time that the Youth Summit is being organized. In future, we will see how we can mainstream youth in all our activities. I would like to congratulate the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports of Government of India and the Government of Gujarat for rising so splendidly to the occasion to make this a grand youth summit. We in the Ministry of External Affairs are delighted that the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports of India came forward with enthusiasm to organize this summit. It is an opportunity for us to gather and share our ideas and to shape the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, BIMSTEC, and its role in the development and progress of our region. The BIMSTEC region, as Mr. Agarwal reminded us, is home to over 1.7 billion people, representing a vast region of opportunities as well as challenges. But what helps us is that we share a deep bond that transcends borders, is rooted in our shared history, common values, and collective aspirations. BIMSTEC is a very important regional forum for India, as it is the point where our neighborhood first and our look east policies converge. We are committed to work together with other partners in the region for a secure, prosperous, and resilient region. You, the young people of this region, are the architects of our tomorrow. You are the catalysts of change, for progress, for sustainable growth. You have the most at stake. The future of this region is in your hands. It is you who have to live together in harmony and supportive coexistence. It also happens that this is also one of the youngest regions in the world. So there are many more of you in our populations than in most other countries. That is why it is so important for you to come together. You know each other, share your experiences and your success stories. You, the young leaders here today, will be responsible for how each of our individual countries work and collaborate with each other in the years to come for a brighter future, a future that is inclusive, that is sustainable, and just. Each BIMSTEC country here is represented by 10 youth leaders who are leaders in their different fields. The broad objectives of this summit include encouraging young leaders of member countries to actively participate in addressing the most significant global challenges. Number 2, establishing constructive exchange of views on strategic issues. Number 3, empowering the youth. And number 4, building together ideas for a brighter and better tomorrow. As we navigate an increasingly digital world, this summit focuses on digital infrastructure for inclusive economic growth and sustainability. Secondly, startups and cybersecurity, building safe and innovative businesses. 3, bridging the digital divide, the importance of digital literacy for all in the AI and machine learning era. These themes hold immense relevance for you, the youth of the region, who are not only the primary drivers of digital innovation, but also the most impacted by rapid technological shifts. Strengthening digital infrastructure ensures sustainable and equitable opportunities for all, fostering cybersecurity awareness and safeguards, and creating the ecosystem for arousing the entrepreneurial spirit for digital startups. Enhancing digital literacy in the AI and machine learning age is crucial for empowering young minds to thrive in a digital landscape. We are today at the sacred place of Mahatma Gandhi. You will be exploring many facets of his life. And Gandhiji today is even more relevant, I think, than he has been in the past. And you will get to see how his principles of nonviolence and self-reliance have continued to work in India and around the world. I was ambassador in a far-off country in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, where on his 150th anniversary, we had a small event because the country is only 9,000 people. And in that, the president of that country spoke so movingly about Mahatma Gandhi. So you can see how his message has spread around the world as far away as the Pacific Islands as well. Coming to the modern, you will also visit GIFT City, the Gujarat International Finance Tech City. It is India's first operational smart city and the International Financial Services Center designed to foster global financial services, technology, and innovation. You will also have interactions with a host of interesting, inspiring, and highly successful young people in diverse areas. This might be the first BIMSTEC Summit, but certainly not the last. We hope to have many more such events in this region. I thank all the BIMSTEC countries for the great enthusiasm they have shown for participating in this summit. Let us acknowledge them one by one. May I request the leader of the Bangladesh delegation to please stand up? Let us all give her a big hand. Next, the leader of the Bhutan delegation. May I request you to stand up, please? Please give him a big hand. India, the leader of the Indian delegation. Myanmar, give her a big hand. Nepal, please do give him a big hand. Sri Lanka, and Thailand. And lastly, to all of you young people of Gujarat, a big thank you, a big round of applause for you for turning up.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable words of wisdom and direction. Ladies and gentlemen, our next esteemed speaker is a dynamic leader who has been instrumental in youth empowerment and policy making. It is my great honor to invite Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, to address this gathering. Welcome, sir.
Present with us today, Excellency Sri Bhupendra Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Srimati Raksha Khadse, Honorable Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sports, Sri Jaideep Majmudar, Secretary East, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, Mr. Vishal Kumar Agrawala, CII past national chairs, Namaste and a very good morning to all. It is with immense pleasure that I address you today at the first ever BIMSTEC Youth Summit. This summit holds tremendous significance for all of us as we come together to exchange ideas, forge new partnerships, and pave the way for sustainable development in our region. We share deep-rooted historical and cultural connections that trace back to ancient times. We share a common heritage that binds our people together. The Bay of Bengal has long served as a crucial link between South and Southeast Asia, forming part of major trade routes like the Silk Route and the Maritime Spice Route. These exchanges have strengthened economic ties and cultural understanding across our nations. Since BIMSTEC formation in 1997, we have come to long way. BIMSTEC region is home to around 1.8 billion peoples, nearly 22% of the global population, and combined GDP of $4.5 trillion. It is not just a regional grouping, it is a shared vision for economic prosperity, security, and sustainable development. It is at the 4th BIMSTEC Summit in Kathmandu in 2018 that Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, envisioned greater youth engagement within the BIMSTEC framework, leading to this inception of this very summit. This summit is a step toward empowering young minds across BIMSTEC nations, encouraging collaboration, sharing experience, and driving youth-led development across the region. Over the last decade, India has undergone a remarkable transformation, making significant strides in economic growth. The nation has evolved from being one of the fragile 5 economies to become one of the top 5 economies in the world. With our sights set on achieving a 7 trillion economy by 2030 and $30 trillion economy by 2047. India's growth story is deeply driven by the aspirations, skills, and innovation of our youth. Developed countries are reaching a demographic impasse. This poses a significant opportunity all BIMSTEC nations. India has one of the youngest populations globally, with a median age of 28 years and over 65% of the populations under the age of 35 years. Similarly, BIMSTEC nations collectively hold over 60% of their populations under 35, thus presenting an opportunity for collective growth and development. The latest World Economic Forum's Future of Job reports projects that 170 million new jobs will be created globally by 2030 due to rapid advancement in automation and artificial intelligence. The global demand for skilled professionals is increasing, with 11.1 million blue-collar workers and 10.9 million white-collar professionals needs worldwide. Equipping our youth with the necessary skills to navigate this dynamic and increasingly digital world is essential for staying competitive. For this, India has taken various initiatives to bridge the skill gap from National Education Policy 2020 to Skill India Mission. Under the Skill India scheme, more than 15 million youth have been trained in artificial intelligence, robotics, and digital technologies, equipping them with industry-relevant skills and preparing them for the future job market. As a result of these initiatives, the employability of Indian graduates has seen a significant rise over the past decade, increasing from 33.95% in 2013 to 54.81% in 2024, marking a 61% improvement in job readiness. To further expand our efforts in job readiness, we launched PM Internship Scheme in 2024, offering 10 million young Indians paid internships in the top 500 companies, giving them exposure to industry's dynamics. India's startups ecosystem is another statement to the power of youth-driven growth. India has the third largest startup ecosystem globally, Today, the country is home to over 1.57 thousand registered startups with 48% featuring at least one woman director, reflecting a thriving and inclusive startup landscape. To strengthen Make for India, Make for the World, India is establishing 5 national centers of excellence, leveraging global expertise to equip youth with advanced manufacturing skill. We have set up a national platform called My Bharat for youth engagement, uniting and mobilizing youth, ensuring their active participation in shaping India's future. This platform has already registered 15 million youth actively engaged in nation building. My Bharat is designed to ensure that the youth grow through leadership and experiential learning, volunteering, and mentoring. It is developing into a one-stop platform for the youth to access opportunity offered by the government, engaging and NGOs, paving way for holistic preparedness of the visionary youth for the country. For any and all challenges that may come. This year in January, we conducted the first ever nationwide event, Viksit Bharat Young Leader Dialogue, that promoted active youth participation and youth leadership. From planning to execution, everything was carried out by the young My Bharat volunteers. Over 3 million youth participated in the event, engaging in various stages of the challenges. Young leaders got opportunity to present their ideas of India as the 2047 directly to Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. India has always stood by its neighbors during challenging time. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when the world struggled to secure vaccines, India not only met its own domestic needs, but also supported the world, including its neighbors, by providing them with the necessary dose to help in the fight against the pandemic. India administered a record 2,200 million COVID vaccines and supplied over 301.2 million vaccines across 101 countries under Vaccine Maitri programs. India has prioritized engagement and cooperation with BIMSTEC through our neighborhood first and look east policies. Through a collective and forward-looking approach, BIMSTEC nations can drive inclusive growth and ensure a bright futures for the region. The theme of this year's summit, Youth Breeze for Intra-BIMSTEC Exchange, is both timely and significant. Through BIMSTEC Youth Breeze, envision transformative platforms that moves beyond traditional cultural and academic exchange to build a dynamic, multi-sectoral regional youth ecosystem. By integrating entrepreneurship, sports, academia, and technology, this initiative will create a future-ready network, empowering young leaders across BIMSTEC nations. India's bid for the 2036 Olympics will further strengthen the BIMSTEC sporting ecosystem, attracting global investments, enhancing training facilities, and fostering international sporting partnership. This will open new avenues for young athletes, promoting exchange and regional collaboration in sports. By working together, BIMSTEC nations can drive inclusive growth, harness the potential of youth, and ensure bright futures for the region. India is committed to playing a leading role in this journey, offering its expertise, resources, and vision to strengthen regional cooperation. BIMSTEC is not just about governments working together. It is about connecting peoples, empowering youth, and building a future shared of prosperity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Sir, for your inspiring words and unwavering commitment to youth-led development and for your valuable presence in BIMSTEC Youth Summit. Now you may use your handsets. Channel 2 is for English. ગુજરાત વિકાસ અને નવીનતન ભૂમિ છે અને આજે બીમસ્ટેક યુથ સમિટ સમ્મેલન 2025ની વિશિષ્ટ ક્ષણે વિકસિત ગુજરાતમાં જ્યારે આપ સૌ પધાર્યા છો ત્યારે ગુજરાતના વિકાસ ગાથામાં જેઓની વિશિષ્ટ ભૂમિકા માર્ગદર્શન અને નેતૃત્વ રહ્યું છે તેવા